Imagine walking into a room full of strangers and instantly making connections that matter. No awkward small talk, no second guessing yourself, just confidence. If you're meeting new people feels nerve-wracking or you struggle with how to introduce yourself in a way that makes you memorable, just stay with me on this, because today I'm going to give you a simple, repeatable routine that's going to skyrocket your confidence and really help you make those powerful first impressions, whether you're at a networking event or an online business meeting, or even just meeting someone for coffee. I'm Gale Bates, and I want to welcome you to my channel. If you're an entrepreneur who works from home, I post videos every week on how to handle work-life balance with practical tips on making accountability and productivity fun and simple. Now, my subscription number seems to be stuck on 466 or 467, so I'd love you to hit the subscribe button and move it up a bit. And of course, hit that bell to get notified if you're an entrepreneur seeking practical advice in running a successful business. Now, before we dive in, I recommend you watch my last video on nailing your introduction, because in that video, you're going to learn my formula to crafting what I call a jaw-dropping introduction. What is a jaw-dropping introduction? It's basically when you meet somebody and their jaw drops and they go, "Oh my God, I need your information." Because once you've established this introduction, you are now ready to learn what I call my 7-step routine that will build your confidence every time you make a connection. Here's the thing. When I first moved to a city of 3 million people, I didn't know a soul, and I had a business out there, and I really wanted to connect with people. So I had to think and learn, and I studied a concept that I'm going to share with you today and created this 7-step routine so that I wouldn't feel speechless or intimidated when meeting people for the first time. And one of the books I studied was called How to Connect in 90 Seconds, written by a guy called Nicholas Boothman. Now, Boothman shares that there lies a 90-second land of rapport that links you together when you first meet someone. And it's in that 90 seconds that you make the right impression, one that tells the other person you're sincere, you're safe, you're trustworthy. And with that trust, that's when all those real opportunities open up. So that got me thinking, how can I always make those 90 seconds count? So I made a rule to be out of my house meeting people at least twice a week. And doing this, I developed this routine that not only helped me build my confidence, but it also helped me build real fabulous relationships that I still have today. So does this sound like something you might need? Would you like to feel that confidence when you meet someone for the first time? Well, let me break it down for you, because this is how I did it. And I crafted it into 7 easy steps, and I call it the 7-step confident connection routine. Here's how it goes. The step 1 is basically your attitude, because the best signal you can give people when you're first meeting with them is, I'm ready to connect. When you have that attitude, it shows, and people will naturally respond to you for your confidence, and you're approachable, right? You're open, you're friendly, and you're actually intentional about making a connection. That's when you'll attract those right people. So the step number 1 is basically setting your attitude. Step number 2 is to use powerful body language. Now, your body language speaks before you do. So you have to stand tall. You have to make that eye contact so important, and smile, because that genuine smile signals that you are approachable. Now, step number 3 is actually to be the first to smile when you're moving towards somebody, because you want to make an instant impact. But when you're the first to smile, it creates that moment of warmth that can just change the entire tone of an interaction. Step number 4 is to be the first to introduce yourself. I really had to learn to do this, and I really had to build up my confidence to do it. Most people do hesitate, but confidence is about taking the lead. So say your name first, extend your hand, make the introduction. If you're an interviewer, which I am, this tip is really important because, as I said, I really had to practice this. Now, step number 5 is to master that handshake. You always want to put out your hand to shake that person's hand, but you don't want to make it a limp handshake, okay? Make it a firm but friendly handshake that really is going to create that strong and positive first impression. And also when you're shaking hands, don't forget, make that eye contact. because making eye contact will make all the difference. Step number 6 is kind of interesting, and I had to learn this. It's basically where you point your heart at their heart. This is a secret confidence trick. You want to align your body toward the person you're speaking to because it gives off that positive energy and makes them feel like you're fully engaged. So that's what it means to point your heart at their heart. And again, I had to really practice this, and it really made a difference in making sure I connected with that person. In fact, I had to practice this for quite a while. And once I got into doing it, I even do it today when I'm meeting somebody for the first time. So do you think you could remember this? Because it is really important to point your heart at their heart to the next person that you meet for the first time. I guarantee it's really powerful. Step number 7 is basically you're ready. Okay? You're just ready to connect. You've gone through all of those steps, and now you are ready, and you will find that you start having these wonderful conversations with people. So practice this. Practice this 7-step routine until it becomes second nature. That's what I did when I moved to that city and started to build relationships with people. Don't just watch this and move on. I want you to look at it again. Practice this routine until it really feels effortless. And I want you to comment below when you think about it. What part of this routine do you struggle with the most? Is it making that eye contact? Is it the handshake? Is it remembering to be the first to smile? Think about it. What is it in this routine that you think is missing for you? Let me know in the comments below because I'd love to help you nail this. Now, don't forget to subscribe and check out my last video on nailing your introduction. And I'll see you in the next video.